Hey there, welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're diving headfirst into the latest AI news. We've got a stack of articles and research, and trust me, it's a whirlwind. New models are dropping left and right. The open source scene is buzzing. AI applications are popping up everywhere, and even the future of AI safety and geopolitics
Aw.
is making headlines. You ready to get your AI fix?
Let's jump right in. There's a lot to unpack.
All right, let's kick things off with Alibaba's new model, QNQWQ32B. Now, you might think, okay, another AI model, big whoop, but here's where it gets interesting. This 32 billion parameter model is claiming performance comparable to DeepSeek R1, which is a much larger model.
Well, what's fascinating here is that QWQ32B achieved this through a unique two-stage training process. In the first stage, they focused on training it for math and coding tasks using accuracy verifiers and code execution servers to make sure it got the answers right. Then they added a second stage to develop more general abilities using general reward models and rule-based verifiers, a really impressive part. They managed to do this without sacrificing performance on those initial math and coding skills.
So it's like training for a marathon and then realizing you can also win a sprint. I mean, talk about efficiency. This two-stage process could actually change the game for model development. Think about it, creating models that are both specialized and general purpose, potentially overcoming limitations of previous approaches. That's huge. But hey, Alibaba isn't the only one making waves. OpenAI also released GPT 4.5 to S Plus users. Now, the feedback on its coding performance has been a bit mixed.
Yes, GPT 4.5 is currently ranked number 3 overall on the AIDEN bench, which is a benchmark specifically designed to test a model's coding skills that's impressive in itself. But here's the twist. It's the top-performing model that doesn't rely on those complex reasoning techniques that have become so common in leading models. So it makes you wonder, do we need those complex reasoning techniques to reach peak performance, or can raw computational power get us there?
Okay, that's a question that'll keep the AI philosophers busy for a while, but for now, let's switch gears to another exciting release. Cohere's Aya Vision. This model is a real multitasker handling both text generation and image understanding, and get this, it's multilingual too.
Aya Vision's performance compared to other visual language models is really noteworthy. Cohere seems to be pushing the boundaries of what's possible in multimodal AI.
It's like the AI world is on fast forward and there's no pause button. Seriously, we've also got Visual Thinker R10, which uses something called multimodal reinforcement learning. That means it's learning from both images and text at the same time. Then we have Light R1 and a whole bunch of new models popping up on Llama like 5.4 Mini IBM Granite 3.2 Vision and Cohere Command R7B Arabic. It's almost impossible to keep up.
It does feel like every day brings a new wave of AI innovation, but this rapid pace of development is a testament to the incredible energy and creativity within the AI community.
Totally. Speaking of communities, let's shift our focus to the open source world.
Yeah.
There was a pretty big shakeup recently with AI hyperscaler CoreWeave acquiring Weights and Biases.
This acquisition is significant because it shows just how important open source AI is becoming. CoreWeave is all about providing the infrastructure for running those massive AI models. And Weights and Biases offers tools for developers to track their experiments and collaborate, so it's a powerful combination.
Okay, so for those of us who might not be familiar with these platforms, can you break down what they do in simpler terms?
Sure, imagine you're training a giant AI model. It's like cooking a complex dish with tons of ingredients and steps. Weights and Biases acts like your digital recipe book and assistant chef, helping you keep track of everything you're doing and make sure it all comes together perfectly. CoreWeave, on the other hand, provides the high-powered kitchen and appliances you need to actually cook that dish.
That makes total sense. It's like they're joining forces to create the ultimate AI cooking show. But let's not forget about the other players in the open source game.
Hmm.
We have Keras 3.9.0, which just dropped with a ton of improvements. Think new operations, image augmentation layers, performance boosts, even a new rematerialization API.
Keras is already a popular open source library for building and training AI models, and this update shows they're committed to making it even better. It's like taking a well-loved toolbox and adding a bunch of shiny new tools.
And for those of us who don't speak developers, what do those new tools actually do? Break it down for us.
Well, the new operations and image augmentation layers give developers more options for building and manipulating their models. It's like having more brushes and paints to create a more intricate work of art. The performance boosts mean everything runs faster and smoother, and the new rematerialization API helps developers manage their resources more efficiently, preventing those dreaded out-of-memory errors.
So it's like they've streamlined the entire AI development process. Nice. And while we're celebrating open source wins, Cartesia is out there championing the use of Llama models. These are high-quality, pre-trained language models that come in different sizes to fit your needs. The best part? They have MLX support, which means you can run them super fast right on your own device, no waiting for the cloud.
MLX support is a game changer for accessibility and efficiency. It allows developers to run complex AI models on devices like smartphones and laptops, opening up a whole new world of possibilities for on-device AI applications.
So we're talking AI that's not just powerful, but also portable. That's pretty cool. And speaking of accessibility, Hugging Face, the go-to platform for sharing AI models, just integrated Gradio for model deployment. Now there's a slight catch. Users need to log in for billing purposes.
This move reflects a growing trend in the open source world as AI models become more powerful and require more resources to run platforms, need to find ways to cover those costs. So it's an interesting dilemma balancing accessibility with sustainability.
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? But hey, while we ponder the future of open source, AI is busy making its way into every aspect of our lives. Case in point, Google just rolled out AI mode in search.
AI mode is designed to enhance Google's AI overviews with advanced reasoning and multimodal capabilities. In other words, it's like having a supercharged research assistant right in your search engine.
Okay, so what does that actually look like for the everyday user? Give us an example.
Imagine you're searching for information about a complex topic like climate change with AI mode. Google can provide you with not just a list of websites, but also a synthesized overview of the key issues, different perspectives and potential solutions, all presented in a way that's easy to understand.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. It's like going from a basic Wikipedia article to a well-researched essay with the click of a button. But it sounds like this AI mode is only available to Google One AI premium subscribers, right?
That's right. For now, it's a premium feature, which again raises questions about accessibility and who gets to benefit from these advancements. But it does give us a glimpse into the future of search and how AI can transform the way we access information.
It's like AI is constantly blurring the lines between what's possible and what's science fiction. And speaking of blurring lines, let's talk about the rise of AI agents. These aren't your typical chatbots. They're like mini AI assistants that can handle complex tasks and even interact with other software.
Exactly. Llama Index, for example, is promoting agentic document workflows, which allow these AI agents to work directly with your existing documents and software. It's like having a personal AI assistant who can organize your files, schedule appointments, and even draft emails for you.
Hold on, are we talking about a real-life Jarvis from Iron Man here? That's incredible. So are these AI agents already out in the wild, or is this still a work in progress?
They're definitely becoming more sophisticated and capable, but it's still early days, however. The interest in AI agents is exploding. In fact, Deep Learning AI is launching a new course on AI agents, and LangChain is hosting a whole conference dedicated to them.
Whoa, that's a pretty clear sign that AI agents are about to make a big splash. This is definitely something our listeners should keep an eye on.
Absolutely. It's one of the most exciting and potentially transformative areas in AI right now.
Right, so before we move on to the even wilder world of AI infrastructure power and safeguards, let's do a quick rundown of some other cool AI applications that are popping up.
Sounds good. Where should we start?
Well, we've got Perplexity AI rolling out voice mode on Mac OS, which means you can literally talk to your AI search engine. Google Shopping is getting infused with AI magic to personalize your shopping experience. Android is adding AI-powered features to enhance everything from photos to productivity. And there's a new guide for Gemini 2.0 function calling, which opens up all sorts of possibilities for developers.
It's like AI is sprinkling its fairy dust everywhere these days.
Exactly. And to harness all this AI magic, you need some serious hardware muscle.
That brings us to the new Mac Studio equipped with either the M4 Max or the M3 Ultra chip. These things are beasts. They can have up to a whopping 512 gigabytes of RAM, which is like having a supercomputer squeezed into your desk.
Yeah, that's enough power to make any AI enthusiast drool. But it's not just about having raw power. The AI community is buzzing about something called compute efficiency. What exactly does that mean?
It means getting the most out of the computing power we have. Think of it this way. Instead of just throwing more and more powerful hardware at a problem, we're also trying to make our AI models themselves more efficient. Techniques like UPFT, which stands for Unified Prompt-Free Tuning, are becoming popular because they help make reasoning models more efficient, using less computing power to get the same results.
So it's like optimizing your code to run faster and smoother,
Yeah.
but on a much larger scale. And why is this so important? Is it just about saving energy?
It's about making AI more sustainable and accessible in the long run. By reducing the computational demands of AI models, we can make them run on less powerful hardware, making AI development possible for more people and organizations. Plus, it can potentially slash the cost of fine-tuning those models, which can be really expensive.
That makes sense. It's like finding a shortcut that gets you to the same destination, but with less fuel. And while we're on the topic of efficiency, it's interesting to think about why certain technologies take off while others kind of fade into obscurity. Like, remember OpenCL? It was supposed to be the next big thing for AI compute, but it never really took over.
It's true, OpenCL had a lot of potential, but it faced some stiff competition from other technologies like CUDA, which is heavily supported by NVIDIA. The success of a technology often depends on a complex mix of factors, from technical capabilities to industry support and even market forces. Sometimes the best technology doesn't always win.
It's like a popularity contest in the tech world. Sometimes the underdog just doesn't get the recognition it deserves. But hey, enough about the past. Let's talk about the future, specifically AI, safety, and geopolitics. These topics can feel a little heavy, but they're super important to consider as AI becomes more powerful.
You're right. As AI's influence grows, we need to think carefully about how we develop and deploy it responsibly. So, where do we start?
Well, there's this idea floating around about a superintelligence strategy. It's based on three main pillars: deterrence, competitiveness, and non-proliferation.
Those are some pretty big words. Can we break them down one by one?
Absolutely. So deterrence, this one sounds kind of scary. Are we talking about stopping rogue AI from taking over the world?
Not exactly. The concept of deterrence in AI is more about preventing any one entity from gaining too much control. It's called mutually assured impairment of intelligence, or MAME for short. The idea is that if multiple powerful AI systems are developed, they could potentially keep each other in check, preventing any single AI from becoming too dominant.
So it's like a system of checks and balances, but for AI, that's kind of reassuring,
Yeah.
actually. But what about competitiveness? Isn't competition usually a good thing? Doesn't it drive innovation?
It definitely can, and that's what the second pillar of this superintelligence strategy is all about, fostering a competitive environment for AI development. The goal is to encourage different approaches to AI research and development, making sure that no single company or country monopolizes AI technology.
So it's like having a diverse ecosystem of AI, with different players bringing different ideas and perspectives to the table. I could see how that would be beneficial. And what about non-proliferation? That sounds like something out of a spy movie.
Well, in the context of AI, nonproliferation is about preventing the uncontrolled spread of potentially dangerous AI technologies. It's about making sure that these powerful tools don't fall into the wrong hands and that they're used responsibly and ethically.
Okay, so it's about setting up safeguards to prevent a real-life Terminator scenario. Makes sense. Now, all this talk about AI strategy brings up another hot topic: the possibility of a U.S. AI Manhattan Project. Basically, the idea of a government-led effort to supercharge AI development.
This proposal has been sparking a lot of debate. Some people believe it's necessary for the U.S. to maintain its leadership in AI, arguing that a focused, well-funded effort is the best way to achieve breakthroughs. Others worry about the potential for misuse and the concentration of power if the government has too much control over AI development.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
On the one hand, you want to support innovation and make sure your country stays ahead of the curve. But on the other hand, you don't want to create a situation where AI is being used for harmful purposes.
Exactly. And it's not just about the U.S. The global landscape of AI is constantly shifting, with China emerging as a major player in AI research and development. The US-China AI rivalry is definitely something to keep an eye on because it could have a big impact on the direction of AI development and its impact on the world.
It's almost like we're in a new kind of space race. But instead of rockets and satellites, we're competing over algorithms and data. And all this AI development could have some serious consequences for jobs and the economy, too. Right? We're already seeing concerns about AI-driven automation leading to job displacement, especially in manufacturing.
The impact of AI on the workforce is complex and multifaceted. Some jobs will inevitably be automated, but new jobs will also be created. The key is to anticipate these changes and prepare the workforce for the future. Investing in education retraining programs and supporting the development of new skills will be crucial.
So it's not just about the technology itself, but also about how we adapt to it and ensure that everyone benefits from these advancements. It's a lot to consider. But to get a more grounded perspective, let's see what's happening on the front lines of the AI community, specifically in those lively Discord channels where all the AI enthusiasts hang out.
Discord is a fascinating window into the real-time reactions and discussions happening within the AI community. What have you been seeing in those channels lately?
Well, Alibaba's QWQ32B is definitely generating a ton of buzz. People are excited about its potential to rival DeepSeek R1 and are eager to try it out. It's like a new toy that everyone wants to play with.
The availability of powerful open source models like QWQ32B is really democratizing access to cutting edge AI. It's an exciting time to be involved in AI development.
Totally. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. In Discord, there's also a fair bit of frustration and griping going on.
Oh, what are people complaining about?
So people are having some trouble getting models like Cursors 3.7 and Claude Sonnet 3.7 to work properly, and there's some restrictions on GPT 4.5 access that have ruffled some feathers.
Uh-huh. Those frustrations are understandable. Access, reliability, and ease of use are critical factors for any technology, especially one as rapidly evolving as AI.
And then there's the bombshell that OpenAI might start charging a whopping $2,000 to $20,000 per month for access to their AI agents. Can you believe that?
That pricing model has definitely stirred up some controversy. Some people argue that it makes sense given the power and capabilities of these agents. Others worry that it will create a divide between those who can afford to access cutting-edge AI and those who can't.
Yeah, that's a legitimate concern. It could create a situation where only big corporations and well-funded research labs can play in the AI sandbox. But amidst all these concerns, there's also a wave of excitement about the recent successes of reinforcement learning, or RL agents. Remember that RL agent that conquered the classic game Pokemon Red?
That was a remarkable feat. It showcased the incredible progress being made in reinforcement learning, which is a powerful technique for training AI agents to learn complex tasks through trial and error.
And guess what? Alibaba's QWQ32B leverages RL scaling too, which could be a key factor in its impressive performance. It's like RL is having its moment in the AI spotlight.
It certainly seems that way. And to wrap up our tour of the Discord chatter, let's touch on the mixed reactions to Apple's new M4 MacBook Air and the ongoing discussions about Thunderbolt 5.
Okay, so we've gone from the software side of AI to the hardware side.
Right.
How do these developments fit into the bigger picture?
Hardware plays a crucial role in the advancement of AI. The power and capabilities of our devices directly affect what we can achieve with AI, from the speed of training and inference to the types of applications we can develop.
So it's a symbiotic relationship. As
Yeah.
AI models get more complex, they demand more from our hardware. And as hardware gets better, it opens up new possibilities for AI. It's a never-ending cycle of progress and innovation.
Exactly, and the cycle is only going to accelerate in the coming years with each new breakthrough. We're pushing the boundaries of what's possible with AI, and the implications are both thrilling and a bit daunting.
It's like riding a roller coaster at warp speed, and we have no idea where it's going to take us. But
Yeah.
hey, that's what makes it so exciting, right?
Absolutely. The unknown is where we find the greatest opportunities for discovery and innovation. But before we get carried away with the philosophical implications of AI, let's take a step back and summarize some of the key takeaways from our deep dive today.
All right, so let's recap what we've learned in our whirlwind tour of the AI world, from Alibaba's groundbreaking model to the open source community's incredible momentum and the mind-blowing applications of AI popping up everywhere. It's clear that we're in the midst of an AI revolution.
It's not just hype either. We're seeing real tangible progress in areas like natural language processing, image understanding, and reinforcement learning, all fueled by passionate developers and researchers pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
It feels like AI is becoming a part of the fabric of our lives.
Yeah.
From the way we search for information to the tools we use at work and even the games we play for fun, and the pace of development is only accelerating.
The advancements in reinforcement learning are a prime example. Who would have thought an AI agent could master a complex game like Pokemon Red? It's a testament to how far this field has come, and the potential applications extend far beyond gaming, touching everything from robotics to personalized medicine.
And remember that new Mac Studio with its massive RAM? It's a hardware dream for AI developers, offering the kind of power that was once only available in giant data centers.
The hardware side of AI is just as important as the software. As AI models become more complex, they demand more from our devices. But the focus on compute efficiency is encouraging. Techniques like UPFT and dataset distillation are paving the way for more sustainable AI development, making it possible to achieve incredible results with fewer resources.
So it's about striking a balance between power and efficiency. And it's exciting to see how the AI community is tackling both sides of the equation. But let's not forget that with all this progress comes a huge responsibility. The power of AI to reshape our world is undeniable, but we can't ignore the potential risks.
You're absolutely right. The concerns about AI safety bias and the potential for misuse are serious and shouldn't be taken lightly. As AI becomes more powerful and embedded in our lives, it's crucial that we develop robust safeguards and ethical frameworks to guide its development and deployment.
We need to ensure that AI benefits all of humanity, not just a select few. This means addressing the potential impact of AI on the workforce, promoting fairness and transparency in AI systems, and fostering global cooperation to manage both the risks and opportunities of this transformative technology.
It's a tall order, but a challenge we must embrace. The future of AI isn't predetermined. It's something we're actively shaping with every choice we make, every line of code we write, and every policy we implement.
So to our listeners out there, we leave you with this final question. What role do you want to play in shaping the future of AI? It's a question worth pondering as we navigate this uncharted territory together.
The journey ahead is full of exciting possibilities and unknowns. But one thing is certain, it will be a journey of continuous learning, adaptation, and collaboration.
And on that note, we wrap up another deep dive into the ever-evolving world of AI. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and stay engaged. The future is waiting to be written, and we're all part of the story.